This is Steve Petrella from Action Network. Today I'm going to show you how to register for and use DraftKings Sportsbook. Be sure to check out all of our other sportsbook tutorials and how to best take advantage of the promotions they're offering in the videos and articles in the description of this video. DraftKings is one of the market leaders in sports betting in the US for a number of different reasons. One being that their product building experience as a DFS company 10 plus years ago, their ability to develop new betting products and markets with their own technology or by buying existing technology has really set them apart from anyone but FanDuel, who they're sort of competing with for the market lead in the US. So I'm going to show you a bunch of different stuff today, starting with actually how to register. Unfortunately, I've created an account long ago. Everyone in my household has an account as well, so there's no one really to sign up. But to sign up, you can click login in the top right, and then click sign up. You're going to enter all your personal email. I'm actually not going to really complete the registration. You can enter a promo code if you'd like. Create account. Okay, and then this is sort of where I'm going to stop because I can't create a new account. But you're basically going to confirm your identity. And again, mostly to prevent underage betting, you are going to need to tie your identity to the sportsbook. And so you have to enter all your legal information, first name, birth date, last four digits of your social. For the best chance at getting verified immediately, make sure all the information you enter on this screen matches what's on your ID or license, because the sportsbook is just using a third party to sort of cross-check what the government knows about you with the information you're entering here. All right, once you get through the verification process and the registration process, you're going to be brought to this home screen where you should see any new user offers among the the promos in the top. I don't, because it's not a new account. And to add money, there's really one of two ways. You can either click your balance, the green dollar amount in the top, or you can go to your profile, which is just this little profile button in the top right. There's a couple, things to know here. You can withdraw, you can deposit. Obviously, you can see sort of your whole financial history, and you can redeem rewards. You can also turn on some responsible gambling features, and you can also log out, although the sportsbooks log you out on their own pretty frequently. So to deposit, so you're just going to click deposit, and then it's going to bring you this sort of quick menu. If you already have a method on file, you can just choose the amount, put in the whatever details you need, so the CVV in the case of a debit card here, and then deposit. I find that debit card is very reliable. Bank accounts generally pretty reliable. Credit cards, depending on your provider, can be a little bit finicky, but you can really, as you can see here in the payment methods, do everything from bank to credit and debit card to cash at a location to Venmo, gift cards, wire transfers, all that sort of stuff. All right, so once you're logged in, you have your deposit made, you're verified, all the steps you need to get started, you're going to be brought to this home screen, and there's quite a lot going on. You'll see promos, you'll see the sports here, and they do a good job of surfacing the sports that you bet frequently and the sports that are sort of the most popular across the platform. And so unless you're betting something pretty niche, you'll usually see what you need right in this kind of like quick menu. Then there's going to be a bunch of pre-made bets that they push, which are generally not great, but conversation for another day. And then you can see kind of games from the most popular leagues. Typically I'm going to navigate to a sport right away. It's just how I like to navigate a sportsbook platform and how I like to find the bets that I want to make. There's also another way to get to a particular sport or league. This is particularly useful in the off season and for more niche leagues in sports. And what you're going to do is click all sports on this bottom menu. you can be brought here, and you can see, really everything that DraftKings has available for sports with a lot of different leagues like soccer. You may need to expand, see all, and then you'll be able to navigate to the league that you want. Again, particularly useful in the off season because they're not going to surface NFL front and center when it's not in action. But if you want to bet awards or the NFL draft, things like that, always a good way to find it. You can also, within a sport, change your league by clicking on the little arrow on the top. So next to NFL, click on that arrow, and then I can change to college football, change to the United Football League, anything like that. Heading back to home, again, I sort of prefer to use this menu to find the sports that I want to bet, and so show you some other navigational features DraftKings that I really like. So one in particular, because people bet in different ways, right? Like some people show up at DraftKings, log in, they have a bet that they know they want to make, and they find it and they place it, and that's extremely common. I would say most bettors do that at least sometimes. But I think another way people like to bet is they know they like particular markets. And so in the NBA, you may like betting, something like, let's see, scrolling along the top. You may like betting player threes. You might like betting player points. And basically what you can do on DraftKings that you can't do on a lot of other sports books is you can see the whole slate from this props perspective, basically. So I know, if you like betting points, you can see Nets Pistons, you can see T-Wolves Pacers, all the games that are on that night slate. You can see the props sort of all in one view. And you can do the same for alternate points. Looks a little different, but the functionality is the same. Just sort of scrolling. And then obviously if you want to, dive into a particular game, like you really like the Nets here and you want to bet some props, you can click into the specific game and then navigate to the different props, and you'll just see props from that game. Placing a bet. Obviously the lifeblood of any sports book and how it functions. I think DraftKings does a good job with its bet slip. All you have to do is sort of click the cell. We call them cells. I think that's sort of the easiest way to describe it. Click the cell you want, it'll light up, and then it'll add to the bet slip. If you want to add more bets to your bet slip, whether you just want to place more bets or you want to parlay something, you can hit add more at the top of the bet slip, which I just did, and then go back to scrolling. Say I also like the Nuggets in this game. Now I have in my bet slip 2 singles, or I can place a parlay here. A parlay basically just ties two or more bets together and increases the payout, but you have to win both for the bet to win, or else the bet loses. So to actually place the bet, very simple. There's a couple different options you can do. You can click into the box with the $sign next to it and add $, or whatever you want to do, 100. Change the amounts. Or you can do what's called stake all and just add the same amount to both bets. So if I wanted to do 50 on both of these bets and I put 50 in that box, it'll add 50 to both of those. To delete a bet, you're just going to swipe along the bet itself. It's going to bring up a little trash can, and it's going to delete it. To actually place the bet, all you're going to do, very simple, just hit place bet. At the bottom, once you've added your $, amount, like the Nuggets tonight, so take them, and then it's going to give you kind of a receipt and show you what you've bet. It'll also suggest some other bets and show you your payout and things like that. You can also share the bet. I'll hit done, and then you can see here in my bets along the bottom menu here, I can see what I've placed, what's still available is open. So you have the Nuggets, some golf bets. You can see settled, so bets you've placed that have finished, and then you can also see won and lost. The last thing I want to show is the same game parlay functionality. So this is going to be one of the most popular sportsbook products, really at any operator, DraftKings included. It's not my favorite same game parlay product, but it's still incredibly popular. So to get there, you're going to click on a game, and then you're going to hit at the top here, tap here to build same game parlay. And that's sort of one of the things I don't love about the DraftKings SGP functionality, is that you actually have to sort of go to a different menu to create your same game parlay. So if I'm creating an SGP for Nuggets Celtics, I can basically find all these different bet types. And one thing that is cool, which most sportsbooks don't do, is something that they call dynamic pricing, which basically shows what price your bet will become when you add the next bet. So I'll show you an example here. Say I like the Nuggets. I've selected that. That's my first bet in the bet slip. And then I can see here, for every bet I want to add, I know what the price will be if I add that bet. So if I add Jaylen Brown under 21.5, it now becomes plus 216. If I add over, it becomes plus 300. Again, that's because the Celtics are less likely to, or the Nuggets are more likely to win if Jaylen Brown has a bad game. So the prices are gonna vary there. So I'll go under, and then continue scrolling, find some other bets that I like along the top menu here. Say Nuggets race to 15 in the first quarter. So now that I'm happy with my parlay, I can click the bet slip and I can see it in here. I can add the dollar amount. I can use a bonus bet that I have available, anything like that, and then placing it is sort of the same function as I did with the other bet. Be sure to check out all of our other sportsbook tutorials and how to best take advantage of the promotions they're offering in the videos and articles in the description of this video.